Okay, so hello everyone. Let me put everyone on the mute so that there is no background noises. Okay. So in this career coaching, in an interview preparation today, we are going to first of all learn that why do most of the professionals are going through this mid-career crisis. In the meantime, you can ping me what kind of thoughts do you have in your mind so that I can include those as well in this explanation. And you do not face any kind of problems later. So let us understand. So how many of you actually understand what is mid-crisis, mid-career crisis? Crisis in the middle of the career. Wow, what a great answer. Okay, smart answer though. Okay, if you're not able to find the job, okay, what else? So I'll start after a couple of more chat sharings. Unable to find new job. Mm-hmm. Come on, everybody. I can see a lot of interesting chats. Unable to crack the interviews. Mm-hmm. Okay. So basically, whenever after 10, 15 years of the career life, if you are not able to grow in your career financially or in the terms of the levels, it means that you are going through a mid-crisis, a mid-career crisis. So you are not able to, you're stagnant basically. You're stagnant at a particular income, you're stagnant at a particular um, position or a particular level in the organization. This is how we can understand mid-career crisis. So, what are the top reasons, or what are the top most reasons why most of the professionals are actually going through this, or why are they facing these problems in their career after spending 10 years of time, 15 years, or maybe 17, or around anything like 17, 18 years of career? Why are they actually facing this mid career crisis? And I'm doing a lot of personal coaching also for mid career crisis, and there are so many people who I'm personally coaching right now. Okay, so please write the first topmost reason: limited mindset. Most of professionals actually have limited mindset. I also call it as rigid mindset, a mindset that they do not allow to change, or the kind of thoughts and beliefs they have, which is so rigid that it is very difficult for them to change in terms of their career, in terms of their financial growth in the career. These are those people who still think the way they still think the way you used to think 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 15 years ago. आज भी वो उसी सोच में बैठे हुए हैं. And because of this, the way they act in the job, the way they are working in their career, it is very much similar. The way they used to work 10 years ago, same way of behaving, same way of coming to the office, same way of mingling with the people, same way of doing the hard work or the smart work, the way they work. So overall, the way they were 10 years, 15 years, 15 years, 17 years ago, they are still the same. They are not changing much in their career. They are not able to understand. If you look at, if we talk these days, we talk a lot about AI, artificial intelligence, ML, machine learning, robotics. These are few things that came into the picture, and that this was in the picture for a very long time. But after like 2000, maybe around 2010 or 2015, it became more popular. Now we have ChatGPT. We have so many AI tools. We have so many free AI tools. I actually come from a consulting background where, like, I was into a consulting, global consulting for several years, and I was into training and development. And when I talk to people, they are still so limited using ChatGPT, the free version of ChatGPT, which has a lot of things you can do in your daily life. They are still they still don't know how they can actually use all these things for. They still use it only to revise their emails or drafting the emails. They use it only to screen the resumes. They use it only to understand the meaning of a particular thing. Most of the time they still don't know how to use maximum of ChatGPT in their particular work. When I do coaching, personal coaching for interviews, and when I help most of the professionals prepare for the interviews, and The first question when I ask them, as a basic understanding, so that I can understand them, that how much of ChatGPT they are actually using in their daily life. So they say, "Hey, Preeti, we know ChatGPT very well." I said, "Okay, how do you know? Help me understand." Then they say we use it to prepare the emails and a lot of stuff. I say, "What is a lot of stuff? Tell me about that." Then they are blank because they do not know what the ChatGPT can help them in their search of a new job. They still don't know how to prepare their resume through the help of ChatGPT. Or even if they're using it for preparing preparing the resume through ChatGPT, they're simply copying and pasting the entire thing what ChatGPT has given. They don't know how to prepare it using ChatGPT by themselves. So either they're not at all dependent on ChatGPT to some extent, or they're so much dependent that it shows very clearly that it is taken care by it is done by an AI tool. See, industries are changing rapidly, and if the professionals will not upgrade themselves in technically or non-technically, they are going to become obsolete. And which is why the first reason, whenever I say if somebody is facing mid-career crisis, the first reason is that they limited mindset, and they talk so proudly that hey, I know all these things, I know all those kind of things, but when you ask them about to give some examples, they are completely blank. So the rigid mindset or the limited mindset is the first thing, or the first topmost reason most of the professionals these days are facing mid-career crisis. Second reason, any guesses? Technical upscaling versus personality development. What do you understand by this? Most professionals think that if they learn a particular technology, they can make a lot of money, they can have a good career, and they spend so much money sometimes in upgrading upskilling or upgrading their technical expertise, that they don't even know whether that particular skill is right for them or not. How long in the career, until how long in the career they will be able to make good money or good career using that particular skill what they're learning from. So in the rat race of technical upskilling, most of the professionals are going to different coachings, different institutes, and learning something or the other, but not majority of them. Very few, only a handful of them are actually able to fulfill their desires related to their financial growth in their career and their career. Nobody or most of the professionals are not taking care of their personality development. They still think that the more technically they are strong in that particular area of their work, it will give them high term, long term career. They never focus on personality development. For example, soft skills, business communication, dressing sense, conflict management, how to handle the conflicts in their team, how to handle the conflicts in their professional life or in their personal life. They don't understand how to work with different teams or cross functional teams. There are several companies, there are several organizations where they need to work with cross functional teams. They're unable to. They don't know the people management skills. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, or even 17, 18, or maybe 20 years ago, they are still upgrading themselves, or sometimes not even upgrading themselves, but they are still behaving the way they were earlier. And because of that, there comes a stagnation in their career. They are unable to move the next level into their career because they think that technical expertise is going to fetch them high level in their career, high income in their career. And because of rigid mindset, they are rigid only towards one area of expertise, and they do not focus on the other area, because of which they are unable to grow, and because of which they are facing financial mid career crisis. Third topmost reason. So I'm not going to share uh, the unnecessary things. I'm going to share 4 or 5 top most reasons, and then other things we will talk generally. So third reason is introvert personality. So what is introvert personality? Some of the professionals, they are very good at doing their work the best in the team, but they do not communicate with other team members. They do not share best practices with other team members because they think, so, see, these are the most insecure people we see in different organizations, and I meet them very frequently. When I was doing corporate coachings, when I used to do corporate workshops, these were some of the types of, or the category of professionals who think that we can't, and they talk very proudly, they talk very openly, that either the manager either the team lead or the manager does not share any best practices with the team members because they are in the insecure zone. They think that if they will share the best practices, the other team members will become more successful than them, or they will be able to, and because of that they will be able to make more incentives, or they may move high levels in their careers. And because of this behavior, they are so limited within themselves that they don't know what how much is there beyond that skill or expertise they have. Because when you don't communicate with other, you don't know what else is waiting for you. There must be something which will help you do something in a smart way. You don't know, there could be something better waiting for you. I've seen several team leads, several teams, where an associate is promoted to the team lead level or maybe in the future manager level. But when the work comes or when the requirement comes, they are the people first of all who will do the basic stuff, and after that they will circulate it to the team members so that they have a chance to do their own thing, and they can easily blame on their team members, or therefore they are still focused on their own self. Introvert people, so they do not communicate with others, neither they let other people communicate to themselves. And these are if you recognize, or if you pay some attention in your organization, these are some of the people who will not talk about the work. They will crack jokes, they will do other things, but the moment you share something, which is like, if you are struggling with something, they will never share the right answer to you. They will either do the backbiting or something, but they will never give you any kind of input on how you can actually improve. The last and fourth thing is that, in the topmost reasons, lack of visibility in the organization. Lack of visibility in the organizations. So these are that category of people, or these are those professionals who are too much committed with their routines. So what is too much commitment in their routine? Commitment is required at the workplace, right? But how it is helping you get the visibility? Let me help you understand. So when we say lack of visibility in the organization, at the same time when we are talking about people who are too committed at the work, these are those professionals who will come to the office, who will log in every day they will have a timely login. They will come every day, no matter what the weather conditions is, no matter how their health conditions is, no matter how they are, what is happening in their home, in their personal life. But these are the people who will still come every day, and they will do the work give allotted to them that particular day. And they are so much engaged doing that, they are so much busy doing that entire routine work, that they lose their visibility in the organization. They do not communicate much because they are so much busy doing the work that is given by the manager, or that is given by the boss, or that they are allocated with. They will make the PPTs, they will make the Excel sheets, they will do whatever other things are required, they will do whatever is told. They are the best employees basically to do all the work. But because of doing this continuously, day in, day out, they, after a point of time, they lose their visibility. Nobody knows them. The company doesn't know there is somebody with a particular name in a particular team that exists. Only the work is done. Only the work is visible, but not these professionals. And these are some of the professionals who are being used by the other people, smart people, I would say, rather say. So the four topmost reasons most of the uh, professionals face these days is the mid career crisis. The top four most reason is that: the first one, limited mindset; second is technical upskilling versus personal development; third one is introvert personality; and the fourth one is lack of visibility in the organizations. So are these only four reasons that uh, results into mid career crisis? No, there are other reasons as well. I call them as miscellaneous reasons. What are those reasons? Feeling undervalued or unrecognized. So all the points which I mentioned until now as topmost reasons, because of those, these are the professionals, who start feeling undervalued. They feel that they're not being recognized, they're not being talked about their work. And these are the results of all the four points which I mentioned some time ago as a reason. Then there is a work-life imbalance. They don't know, because they don't know how to handle other things. They don't focus on the personality development, they don't focus on the soft skills, because of which they are unable to handle many areas of their life, personally or professionally. There's a lot of work-life imbalance. This happens at the higher level professionals or organizations as well. But this is another reason: exhaustion. They're so much. They're so busy in doing the same thing every day in day out, because of which they get so exhausted. There's so much of work to do because of so much of committed towards work. They don't know what are the weekends. Sometimes they work on the weekends as well. Then comes identity crisis. After they reach, because of all the above reasons which I mentioned, four top most reasons, because of which, when they have a rigid mindset, when they are not upskilling themselves, when they behave like a very introvert, when they're committed only to the responsibilities and not to the other things, they come into a situation of identity crisis. They themselves don't know what they're working for, where their career is actually going, why are they working what they're working on, what kind of career in the future they are looking for, what are the higher levels they should be going to, or whether they should really go to. Lack of uh, lack of confidence or lack of risk taking abilities, because of which they cannot communicate things openly to the higher levels. They cannot communicate openly to the other even to their managers as well, right? After the mid-career crisis, when they lose the job, then comes the second challenge. Can anybody ping me in the chat what challenge they're actually facing? Ramesh got it right. Unable to crack, yeah, interview cracking, correct. Cracking the interviews, correct. So because of the mid-level crisis, either they survive in the job or they lose the job. And when they lose the job, they lose it frequently, because of which it becomes very difficult for them to crack the high level of interviews. What can somebody also tell me what are the major reason why they are unable to crack the interviews? We learned it last day. Yes, the usual way of giving the interviews, explaining the same answer, the way you used to do 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago. They are still giving the same and not preparing enough for the interview. They think जो हम फ्रेशर के टाइम पे इंटरव्यू देते थे वही इंटरव्यू आज हम देंगे तो हमें एक बीपी का पोजीशन मिल जाएगा, डायरेक्टर का पोजीशन मिल जाएगा. They become so much available the moment interviewer says when can you join, they say immediately I'm available. They never negotiate well on their salaries. Yes, so the crisis continues. Mid career crisis become their life crisis. Then they go into depression. Then they go into bad habits. Then their chain follows. So if anybody who is not upgrading themselves in different areas of their life, in different areas of their work, they are going to face different type of challenges. You will not be able to make the money, the same higher money, if you continue to do the same thing. So in this group, there are so many people who are who have either upgraded themselves, and those who have recently joined, they are in the process of their upgrading. And before you should never actually hit that crisis in your career, which is why we are learning all these things. So in the next session, we will learn more about why most of the professionals are unable to crack the interviews, and they are not able to get higher income even if they are technically very good, even if they might have delivered great results in the previous companies. But in this session, for now, let us hold on and let us join now for the next session.